All right, y'all, in today's video, y'all are just gonna follow me around the farm. We're gonna feed all the animals, all the goats, the donkeys. We're gonna water the flowers, gonna go take a look at the dahlias, and just do our average evening. This is gonna be less of an educational video like that. It's gonna be more of a come with me, see what I have to do tonight. Let's get the eggs. Look how junky my barn is. Oh my gosh, look how many's in that one box. So at this time, I'm not sending eggs and chicks in the mail. So there's really no reason to separate my eggs out. I might set for myself, which is the only reason that I would mark my eggs or keep track of them. But at this point in my life with my chickens, I can pretty much tell you whose egg is what, or what belongs to which coop. So honestly, I'm probably gonna have to get a bigger bucket because that is quite a lot of eggs out of the first one. I might have forgotten to get them last night. Look how pretty. Like this one, I want to hatch this egg for myself since I'm done kind of for the year. Right now with my current chickens, we're getting anywhere from probably 70 to 100 eggs a day. Do you know what kind of buckets these are?
These look like golf range finding buckets.
They are. Okay, so my cousin that's filming for me golfs a lot. These are driving range buckets, and they're plastic. So when you put the eggs in, the plastic gives. I've noticed that metal buckets cracks eggs like crazy. Like you'll just set them down, not even far, and they hit the side and they crack. So driving range buckets, they got give. Do you see how it just bounces because it gives on the plastic? If this was metal, that egg would literally be cracked. Ask me how I know. It's like I've collected a lot of eggs or something. Hello, Juice. What's up? Right now, I probably have, I don't count chickens, okay? We just have chickens. We don't count chickens. Probably we're around 180 to 200 birds at this point. Hi, Henry. They like to help because sometimes they get eggs that get cracked, but no luck today. So I know that sounds like a lot of eggs, but during the height of the time that I was shipping chicks and eggs, I was sending around anywhere from 20 to 40 dozen eggs a week in the mail to customers. And then all of my extra eggs that do not get sent in the mail or that I don't hatch or don't incubate get donated to our local food pantry because they need them more than I need to sell them at my office. So we just donate them.
Don't eat 100 eggs a week?
No, I don't eat 100 eggs a week, 100 dozen eggs a week. All right, so this pen's a little bit harder. Oh, she got mad at me. So these are chickens that are brand new layers that I'm kind of just having this pen to see what they're gonna lay for me. Pullet eggs are not ones that I hatch. So you see how much smaller this one is? This is a hen that's been laying for about a month, and this is a hen that's a new layer. So it's a really big difference. This will make a really small chick, and it's just not optimal to hatch that. So you want the eggs to get up to size before you decide to hatch them. But they're perfectly fine to eat. We usually eat a lot of them, which you get when it rains, which it has been here for the last day.
So different colors are not for different flavors.
No, these are not apple flavored eggs, although those things spearmint maybe even. The egg color makes no difference on the taste of the egg. Ooh. The biggest difference for taste of the egg is what the chickens are fed. Farm fresh is always best because the eggs at the store are sometimes like 6 months old, just so you know. Like it's kind of gross to think about because once they're washed and refrigerated, you can keep them for a long time in your fridge. Henry likes eggs. But like, look at this. I literally just got that basket and it's already like almost filled. So, okay, so these are my well summer pen. These are chickens that I have bred for almost 6 years for speckled eggs. Like speckled eggs. See this? Very fancy. I got some other layers in here that are not purebred, but I'm just going for some different genetics on my olive eggers, which is why we do that in here. Oh wow, that is a weird egg. I've never had one look like that. That's new and really different and weird. Sometimes they throw some weird, really odd stuff that you're just kind of like, huh, don't know where that came from. So anyways, Check their feed. At least they need feed. I'm gonna show you how I fill it. All right, Buzz is my wether. Wether means castrated goat. This is how much food he gets a night in his activity pan. Yes, you know it's your special time. He knows. He's completely kennel trained. Okay, look, he'll run right in this pen. That's all he gets. And now everybody else gets fed. They're all ready. They're so hungered. They're like, what's that? Is that food? Can we eat that? Now for the chaos. The goatee chaos. All right, Henry, thank you for helping. So this gate swings in for a purpose. So we're gonna swing it in. So this is where it gets really fun because their buckets or their pails have water in it because it rained. So I gotta bend down really fast, grab a pan, throw it down, throw some food in. Okay, and then we're gonna run to the next pan, dump the water out, throw some food in, and then we're gonna do the last pan. Success, I think. Goat feeding is really chaotic. And FYI, they will like all want to eat out of just one when there is a bunch available. And they'll look at you like, I don't have any food. Food, there's feed everywhere. Little Petunia, she's a bottle baby, but she's eating feed now. It's so good. Sweet girl. Her brother, Calvin, he's eating feed here too. So they're getting bottle fed and their adopted mother, Gabby. So while they're occupied, we're gonna fill their hay feeder. And this is really nice because they're all super occupied and we don't have to worry about them escaping. So I can just leave the gate like this. I'm gonna hurry up and we're gonna do it really fast because they care about food more than anything. Grass hay for the goaties too. Nothing fancy, nothing special. So I feed the goats about a quarter of a bale every night. And that'll last me till tomorrow, hopefully, maybe. So see, feeding them with the gate open and goats not mugging us is literally the best option. So anyways, their hay is stocked up, they're fed. Buzz will get let out as soon as they finish their bowls up. But right now we're gonna go fill their water while there's nobody in there. And basically take care of the goats all in one swoop while they're entertained. So next up, their water. So most of the time I will take this out to dump it, but this is absolutely clean, so it doesn't need that. So fresh water is great. I actually refilled this morning. So it don't like it needed cleaned out or anything. It's completely clean, which makes my job a lot easier. So, hello, Calvin. So the reason wethers cannot get grain is that they can get what's called urinary blockages. So grain is too high, and I believe one of those minerals, and it's like calcium. So the grain's too high in calcium and wethers can't process it well, and they will get urinary tract stones, which can be fatal for goats. So we love our Buzz, which is why he has an entire pen constructed to keep him safe during feeding time and occupied and away from the girls. So anywho, fresh water, goaties fed, hay, on to the donkeys. Hello, Petunia. Hello, Zoe. Alrighty, let's go take care of the donkeys. I'm gonna release the Buzz, and the first thing he's gonna do is run outside and check the bowls. And there he goes. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there's a new person in here, so he's gotta show. Oh, okay, we're just gonna knock the bottle babies off. That's fine, Buzz. Whatever, you do you. He's like, who are you? See, I'm the sweetest boy. And his nose is red from the hay feeder because he's got problems. Be a good boy. Are you spoiled? Oh, you got an itch there? Here, let me get it for you. He usually uses his horn, but he prefers I just do it for him. Here. On to the donkeys now, huh? Giving you your sufficient love. It is donkey feeding time, and you'll probably hear them. It gets really loud around here, especially when we feed one pen and the other pen has to stand there for like a whole 5 to 10, not even 5 minutes, probably 2 minutes while the others are getting fed. They're just going to wither away. So they're so jealous. I usually, once again, low starch, low sugar feed. I'm gonna measure out I'm gonna measure out this pen's feed first, because then I just leave the door open and go back and forth after they're occupied. So we're gonna feed this one first. This is my pregnant girls and weanlings, so we're gonna give them feed first. Okay, so since it's rained, we have to dump the water out. So y'all are just gonna have to give me a second. So this is my new Jenny, and she just doesn't quite understand the feed trough yet. If you run her off, then you are not allowed to eat here. You have to go around to the other side. We're gonna be fair. Fair is fair. You be mean to her and I knock you off. Don't give her that face. That is so rude. Look at her attitude problem. She's like, I just wanna love. She's like, I'm good. Ooh, I got food, it's in here. And you need to be a little bit braver. She's not gonna do anything to you. She's a baby. Anywho, Lucy, maybe she'll let you eat with her because you're her bestie. See, they're click. Donkeys have clicks, and it's rude. You got their little weanlings, and she just don't like nobody. The only one she allows is her best friend, Lucy. So, I mean, she is like 12 months pregnant, so who can blame her? Maybe by the time this video is up, she'll have her baby. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go do Hank, Layla, Peggy, and affectionately, Gin Pop. Oh, hi, Henry. That's not a donkey. He's like, hey, what's up? All right. Whatever. This is Gin Pops. They basically get this entire bucket, because this is where most of my donkeys are. You're gonna watch the goaties scream for the donkey feed, even though they've never had donkey food a day in their life. Now, I will say, because I've had people comment, that this doesn't seem like a lot of feed for these donkeys, okay? You have to remember that they have 7 acres of grass right now to eat. This is for food-motivated animal. You're not a donkey, Henry. So when they get out of this pen, they come back when they hear the jingle of the feed bucket. Or if I need them up here for farrier work or a vet or anything like that, it's as simple as shake, 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 or feed in those feed troughs. They come right on up. So, oh my goodness, she just starved to death. That's enough feed for all of these donkeys during the summer. During the wintertime, they do get increased feed, just because there's not the pasture. But if you guys see how much grass is out here, they don't need a lot of feed. So it's kind of funny to see like the interactions at the feed troughs, like the donkeys that are more aggressive over food, and different things like that. You know, they all have their like little dynamic, I guess, if you will. Most of the Jennies in here are either not pregnant, not bred. A couple of them are bred. 4 are pregnant in this pasture. There's 3 sterile ones in this pasture. And then we have the moms with the babies. So we have Thelma and Rose, and we have Mabel and Darla. And then of course, Mama and Rocky, which, fun fact, he's gonna get weaned really soon. Don't tell him I said that. He's not supposed to know. He's gonna have a bad rude awakening because he's like almost 8 months old. But it's time for him to be weaned because he is definitely ready. He was premature. So it's just one of those things where we've waited a little bit longer to wean him just because he was slow growth, slow everything. So we just gave him some extra time with his mom. I normally wean at 6 months, 6 to 7 months. And he's like 8 months now. And he's telling me he's ready to be weaned. All right, next we're gonna water the hanging baskets. It rained here today a little bit, but honestly, are you my flower, Henry? But anyways, it rained here some today, but not enough to water my hanging baskets, and I water them every evening to keep them like living, you know, because you let these things get crispy literally one day, and like there is no bringing them back from the brink of death. So we're just gonna water these. And people were asking about these baskets. They have liners inside of them that keep like the dirt and stuff from running out of the coconut husk line or thing that are on for looks. So we're just gonna run until it comes out the bottom like that. I'll give these guys a little bit of water too, not very much because they tend to do okay with a little less water, but these hanging baskets dry out so fast. Henry, what's the plan, man?
Get wet.
He is getting missed by like an inch. He's like, what? He's got 2 brain cells and they're fighting for 3rd place. So, you know, we love our Henry. He's just not the most intelligent being. So we usually host 4th of July at our house here. So I have to keep them living till at least 4th of July when everybody's gonna be here to see them. And then past 4th of July, it's anybody's bet as to what's happening. Water my herbs. I got basil, rosemary, and sage because those are basically the ones that we use. Like I said, watering every dang basket. I have 6 out here, 2 on the front porch and 2 planters. Then I have all my raised beds with like the small amount of vegetables I did this year. They're actually all up now, so I'll have to show you all that. And like I said, I know it's gonna rain some, but our rain's been so spotty that I actually did not water them the other night. And then it didn't rain like it said it was going to, and then they got kind of dried out on me. So, like I said, my goal is past 4th of July. After 4th of July comes, we'll see how long they last because I probably will forget about them at some point. But right now it's like a 100% like must water baskets. And the nice thing is too, if it does end up raining, they drain out the bottom, so they're not going to sit in water. But I like to keep them, I like to make sure that they get water because like you said, the weather people lie. Because, you know, I've been told it's going to rain for the last 3 days and it only sprinkled today. We got barely anything. So like the same with these, probably a little less. So here are my zucchini squash are in this bed. I did plant cigar plants in the corner just because I love my hummingbirds. Like I said, they got a good amount of rain across the whole bed, so I'm not gonna be like super picky with them. Now these are my cucumbers. And I planted them in here because I thought maybe some of them would go up the tomato cages. Make sure like the seedlings and stuff get their water or get enough. And then I do have other tomatoes over here that are a little bit different. Those are more like salsa tomatoes, and these are like more like slicing tomatoes. My aunt loves them. And I have onions in the middle and peppers over there. So, because like I said, I don't even think, oh, there's a rain gauge. We got like 1/8 of an inch in that entire storm today. So not a lot, not much at all. All right, we're out here with Gladys, our porch goose, with her outfit. She's looking really ready for summer. These are my dahlia beds. They're all officially planted now. And I am so excited. There's some with already have buds on it for flowers. Not that one. But a couple of them do. This one right here does. So you can see the buds coming in. So we should be having our first flowers really soon. There's a couple with a handful of buds on them actually. So these ones that are bigger were all ones that I started in the greenhouse to take cuttings from. And I started them in there so that they would get some growth and we get hopefully some early flowers. And I think it's gonna work. Now the ones that are barely coming up were planted just straight tuber out of the package from the farm into the ground and then coming up through the dirt. So when you do that, sometimes you run into things like the tuber doesn't eye up or send a sprout up, which will leave your bag empty. Okay, so sometimes that just happens with certain varieties. It can be a bad tuber. They could just not fare well in your climate, honestly. I've had some of those. And I'm full of the opinion of if it's not working, don't try to force it because it's just probably not going to. I have one variety this year. I bought a tuber, I bought a cutting, I took cuttings from it, and it has all died on me, because I think it's not meant to be grown in my garden, and you kind of you just have to accept that and grow the ones that are happy to be grown in your garden. So like if it's that hard to grow, move on to something that's a little bit easier, you know?
How many dahlias are in these beds that we can see here that are planted?
332 so far.
It's only a couple.
Only a few. I mean, it's been very easy work. Josh loves it, planting and filling all of these grow bags. You know, it's just been a delightful couple weekends of work. No big deal, but it'll be worth it. I keep telling him it's worth it when they all bloom, to see it out all pretty. And he keeps telling me that 2 rows would still be pretty if they bloomed. So, I mean, it's just a handful. I only did like 220 last year, so we're like another 100 or so more than last year. I see no problem with it. Zero. I mean, he built me 6 beds. I feel like it is my duty
to fill them up.
I must fill them all up. I must, you know, his beds are like, fill me with flowers. That's what I'm just trying to do. I see no issue. All right, guys, I'm done feeding and everything for the evening. I'm just gonna kick back on my fancy full swing out here by my garden and watch my hummingbirds. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is less of like the educational videos, and this is more of like just what my average evening looks like, caring for all the animals that we have and all the animals that y'all love to watch and see. It's a lot of work, right? And most of the time, Josh is here to help me, but right now he's at work, but that's okay. So we fed all the animals, we watered the hanging baskets to hopefully keep them living until, like I said, 4th of July party's over. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and stay tuned because I think our next video is going to be something really fun. Like and subscribe because we're excited to do this channel.